never told me what your tat means.
Is it wonton or fish soup?
Hey, sorry, it means music is a life.
Music is the life. Well, coming up, we find out how Polynesian tattoos have become an integral part of New Zealand tattoos.
If you're gonna get a tattoo, Mike, why don't you get something like this?
Ooh,
Welcome to the jungle.
Nah, I'm after kind of the real deal, Corinne. Let's go.
Or you should get one.
Where?
Right there.
I got my first tattoo when I was 21, and it meant a lot to me, my culture, and my beliefs. Today, New Zealand has a love affair with tattoos, and with 1 in 5 Kiwis being inked up, Aotearoa is one of the most tattooed countries on the planet. So, for our New Zealand Pacific brothers and sisters, how deep does the ink really flow? We've come all the way out West Auckland to begin the journey. New Zealand, meet Inia Taylor, the man behind Moko Ink, and Jamie, who's getting his tat done today. Now, Inia, tattoos have been around for centuries, but if you break them down to their rawest form, what is tattooing about?
Pretty much every culture had a form of tattoo or something similar. It was used as a way of young people being able to signify to everyone else that they were ready for adults. And I think that's also why, moko was called moko. You know, the moko being the lizard, and the lizard, as it gets older, sheds its skin and is born anew.
New Zealand's like one of the most tattooed countries in the world. What makes us so hard out into tattoos?
I think it's just the heritage. You know, the people of this land have been tattooed for 1,000 years. And it's only just, been kind of like almost wiped out in the last 100 years where it's been out of fashion. So if anything, I think it's just a return to it. And it's quite an honour to be in a situation where, this artwork's come back, generations after it disappeared.
Do you think that today, a lot of young people get it more for fashion reasons or more for cultural reasons?
Well, definitely the ones that I see out here, it's more for a cultural reason. By the time they drive for half an hour out of the city and wait a couple of months to get an appointment with me, it's definitely a cultural reason. Kind of ironic, sunglasses can be fashion, shoes can be fashion, underwear and jeans and shirts can be fashion, but they all come off.
Right.
You can change them. Yeah. You can go into a shop and buy a new one.
This is for life.
Yeah, and I think the fashion aspect of it may wear off over the next few years, eh? Unless laser removal becomes fashionable.
When someone comes to you and says that they want a tattoo, how does it work?
Well, first of all, I talk about the motivation. Right. I want to know why they want this piece.
So what's this one about?
Well, this one's essentially just about your whānau, eh, bro?
I've got 3 children. Yep. So
I've done the on the shoulder here. There's 3 korus coming out of that takarangi.
Yep.
The takarangi being the symbol of creation.
Yep. And they don't always live with me, so I sort of wanted to carry them around with me all the time.
Inia, awesome talking to you. Jamie, good luck with the tat. We're gonna hit the streets and see what some people reckon about their tats.
My late father, who was a minister, a priest, passed away suddenly, and I wanted something that reminded me each day that, yes, he was there with me every step of the way through my journey of life.
My tattoos pretty much represent my family, and the musical journey that I've been in represents the new life that's been born into my family as well.
I don't look obviously Māori, I don't look obviously Pākehā. I was overseas, and to be honest, I got a bit sick of trying to explain what I was, what is Māori, so this was part of my identity.
My shield is one of my first ones, actually, for my identity as a Tongan. The Samoan patterns actually represents my kids. And then I just decided to put on the rest of the patterns as to represent the Pacific.
New Zealand, say what's up to Kyle Cocker, the go-to man for Tongan tattoos out here in South Auckland. Now, bro, I've seen a lot of tattoos today. You gotta tell me, what do tattoos mean to you?
A tattoo to me is a statement, not a style. And to get a tattoo is a journey, not a destination.
Sweet. What do you reckon you could take me on a little journey and do something on my arm?
Let's take it.
All right. But like, you know, like 10 years ago, not as many dudes would be getting tats, eh?
No.
So what do you think has changed?
A few years ago, people were tattooing skulls and dragons, and those things didn't really mean, you know, much to Tongans themselves. So that's why it was never accepted. Whereas now, the Tongans are bringing back the old tattoo pens. They're all bringing that back.
What sort of impact do you reckon Polynesian tattoos have?
Polynesian tattoo has actually pushed up the level of tattooing and the number of people that are tattooing in New Zealand.
Because your rep's pretty much risen out here in Auckland, eh, as the #1 Tongan tattooist.
Oh, that's what they say.
So who are like some of the well-known people that New Zealand might know that you've worked on?
I've done got quite a bit of All Blacks, Sonny Lawaki, Kevin Melamu, you know, Jerome Kaino. I've also done a lot of NRL players.
All right, bro, and what have you done to my arm?
Well, I've put a povai, which is a Tongan traditional war club. I've put a whole lot of traditional Tongan patterns.
I want to say thank you very much, Carl.
Thanks,
and
man.
To everyone that participated. I guess tattoos preserve our culture, reveal our pride, tell stories about our lives, and change with the times. So the next time you get inked up, I hope you know why. See you later.
See you later.
And this, guys, is the final tattoo. Kalia, can you rub some of that bepanthen cream on it just to soothe it?
If I must. We asked you guys what you thought about Polynesian people getting inked up, and this is what you had to say.
Helen says, you don't get a tat to hide it. It's art, an expression of who you are, where you come from. If you're gonna get a tat, get one that when you grow old, you will look at it and still love it.
Joy thinks it's a good way to represent ourselves as Pacific Islanders and also to know where our roots came from.
Meha sees teenage boys walking around trying to look tough because they have tats, but it's not about looking cool. I reckon it's to have our culture engraved on us forever.
After the break, I find out about the Cook Island tea Vai, and Sam meets Autozam.
It stings, man. It's almost worse than getting the tattoo itself. Docs. Toothpaste? Why would you do that? Get it off, man!